Good evening, sports fans! May it's Super Bowl weekend! So that means we're talking about my favourite thing in the world, right? Sports! No, I love sports, I do, right? Except about 99% of them. Seriously though, right? Some sports really are fucking stupid. And I don't mean in that stupid way that everyone's girlfriend or wife says, right? Shit like, it's just a bunch of guys kicking a ball into a net. It's just a bunch of guys throwing a ball into a circle. It's just violent gay sex. But we're just going to have a bit of light-hearted fun, right? By pointing out some of the things that are stupid in some sports. Alright? Let's go! Oh my god, man! Don't get me started on American football, mate! What the fuck? Huh? What'd you say, mate? Cause I love American football, so there's nothing to start on. Jesus Christ, mate! These American football players are huge! What are they eating? Bowls of Dynamo for breakfast? Now listen, I'm not going to say much about the sport because I don't want to get my head bashed in, right? But did Amy Schumer invent this sport? Because fucking plagiarism, man! It's exactly the same as rugby, with the only difference being, unlike the men in rugby, the delicate little ladies who play American football all wear this pussy protective padding everywhere. What the fuck? Big ass chin, man. Say it again. I was just kidding, don't get me. Now listen, right, I actually quite like basketball, so I don't really have too much criticisms for the sport, right? Oh yes. But one thing which is really dumb in basketball, right? Every single year, as most sports do, right, they go and find a big winner out of all the teams by having one big tournament called the playoffs and the NBA Finals. Kinda like this weekend's SUPERBOWLs. But here's the dumb part, right? Whichever team wins the NBA Finals are called world champions. What? World champions? Jesus Christ. Let me just quickly explain why that's so stupid. Look, here's a map of the world, right? And here's where all the teams in the NBA are from. Look at this! All the teams are from America and one's from Canada. And world champions! How are you going to go and say you're world champions? Especially when NBA itself stands for the National Basketball Association. National, dickhead! So the winners of this National League are world champions, are they? That makes no sense. That's kind of like your new girlfriend telling you that you're the best she's ever had, right? And you then going around wearing a shirt that says Undisputed Sex God of Earth. Long distance track and field, cycling, and arguing with your girlfriend are all events where people just keep going round and round in circles, essentially going nowhere. Thank you. But even knowing how fucking boring these two events are, right? By far, the most boring and also the most confusing sport where people just keep going round and round in circles is NASCAR. Mate, it's literally a bunch of guys going around a 2-mile track for 4 hours in fucking cars. How the fuck is that entertaining? Mate, that shit sucks. And also, right, how is that a sport? He's just driving his car for fuck's sake.
This is why NASCAR should be considered a sport. And a lot of these people, they just think you sit in the car and drive in a circle, and it's just not the case. These guys experience up to 3 Gs, which is about the same as a roller coaster.
Did you hear that, mate? NASCAR should be a sport, right? Cause it's like riding a fucking roller coaster. What a fantastic reason you got there, mate. Jesus Christ, mate. That's a sport. Driving a vehicle's a fucking sport now, is it? Listen, to recovering paraplegics, sure. But to normal functioning human beings, not really, mate. Listen, if driving a vehicle's a fucking sport, right? If you've ever played Euro Truck Simulator, guess what? You think that's a driving game, mate? No, you idiot. That's a vehicle. You're playing a sports game, mate. And speaking of games... Fuck off. It's Call of Duty. How is this a sport, mate? Listen, I'm sure there's an obesity in America joke to be made here somewhere, right? But I'm not going to be the one to make it. Wait, but just to settle this once and for all, right? No, okay? NASCAR and eSports are not sports. Just because something has a competitive element to it, right, doesn't make it a sport. Listen, sports are things that involve some form of physical athletic ability, alright? So if you're pretty good in something and you can still get your ass kicked in it by an 8-year-old or an 80-year-old, kind of like how you could in eSports or NASCAR, right? Then it isn't a fucking sport. Listen, for the most part, right, both of these involve a shit ton of just sitting there, barely moving at all. It's not very physically demanding, is it, mate? But do you know what literally involves more movement than NASCAR and playing Call of Duty? Having a wank! So if you really think that Counter-Strike and NASCAR are sports, then so is Major League Masturbation. Oh my fucking god, man! Football! Football! It's such an uneventful, fucking boring sport. And yes, mate, football. Not soccer, football. Whatever you want to call it, right? Shit sucks. It's fucking crap. A lot of the time, right, after a fucking 90-minute match, you'll find that they end with scores like 1-1 or 1-0, or like you got in the final of the Euro 2016 tournament, 0-0. My god, man, what a shit sport. Fucking 0-0, man. This is a sport, mate. Mate, the people who came to watch came to see some entertainment, for God's sake. How is 0-0 considered entertainment? Listen, when that's happening, right, you've got to find ways to spice it up a little. Do you know what I mean? So listen, right, here's how you make football more entertaining. Just change the fucking channel. Listen, I've given you all a little rundown of what I think about some sports, right? Some you agree with, some you probably disagree with. But there's one thing that I know we can all agree on when it comes to sport, right? And that is that it's 10 times better with steroids. And you know it, mate. Listen, who the fuck wants to see some natural, chicken-legged, cancer patient-looking wanker stepping up to home plate? Fuck that! Mate, I want to see a roided-out juice head with muscles on muscles, popping steroids like Skittles, who makes Arnold Schwarzenegger look fucking anorexic. So listen, sports organisations, do us all a favour, yeah? And just make steroids legal already. Because first of all, fucking everyone's doing them anyways.
Everybody's on steroids.
And secondly, mate, it just makes it 10 times better. They're bigger, stronger, faster, jump higher, punch harder, come further. Mate, it's fucking brilliant. So let's make 2019 the year of steroids in sports, right? And usher in the greatest era in all of sports history. But fuck John Jones, cringy cunt.
Everybody's on steroids.